going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, Level M Diecast. Finally, some new Greenlight on tap. Brand new showroom floor, series number 6. This is new. This current wave of releases coming out. They are now starting to put the product logo on the outside of the box. Normally, it just said what it was. It didn't have the logo on there. So that is a little bit of a new addition. So this is the full set of 6 for Series 6. This is the first series they're doing classic cars. Series 1 through 5 have all been new. This is a sealed case, as you guys know, as is the tradition that we normally do on the channel. If I do happen to get a Green Machine, I will open it, as long as it's something that we collect. I don't collect every casting from Greenlight. However, I do collect everything from Showroom floor, because this is one of the best series ever. So we're going to go ahead and get right into this. This should also be a little bit part of their new, a little bit nicer quality direction, I guess if you want to call it that. So start right from the top. 1957 Plymouth Belvedere. There is the new artwork for Series 6. Looks absolutely fantastic. I really like it. Glad that they're finally doing some classic cars. 57 Plymouth Belvedere. So unfortunately, it doesn't have the build sheets on the back like the Series 1 through 5 did. It just lists the series. That definitely sucks. That's definitely a step back. That's a little bit bummer. I wanted to see some old school build sheets. Unfortunately, we don't get those. All right, this one is absolutely fantastic. 1974 Ford Thunderbird. Full-on boat, the whole maximum there with the matching blue hubcaps. Looks absolutely awesome. We're going to crack all these open too, guys, so don't worry about that. We're just going to get them out of the mix for now. 1986 GMC Suburban in brown. Very, very, very cool. Very, very, very cool. Really excited about that one. That one looks very, very nice as well. Set that guy to the side. All right, 1991 Ford LTD Crown Victoria. This isn't a model I particularly collect, but we're going to collect this one because I do collect all showroom floors. So I'm pretty excited about that. They'll be the first Crown Vic LTD that I will crack open. Next one up here, another very, very good one. 1975 Cadillac El Dorado convertible. This is just the third, I believe, release that we're getting of this particular casting. Maybe the fourth. I think it's actually the fourth release. I think we've gotten 3 so far. That one looks really, really good. And then, of course, the last one in the mix. This is our 1971 AMC Javelin AMX in red with a little bit of white print on the top. So no greenie in the mix. Sometimes, actually, for the most part, I'm happy I didn't get a greenie. I would prefer not to, although if it's a raw chase, the raw ones are pretty nice. So we'll just go ahead and kick this off with our 71 AMC. Again, this is not a casting I collect either, but we're definitely gonna keep this particular one. I'm still bummed out there's no build sheets on the back like Series 1 through 5. Really wanted to see some classic build sheets. There is our Javelin. Looks pretty good. The hood looks a little bit janky, but it is because it's an opening hood. So get that to pop a little bit. Doesn't really open all that much. There is a lot of detail down underneath there and a lot of three-dimensional detail in there as well. The hood just does not open any further than that, unfortunately. Very, very disappointing. The prints on the front look pretty good. The details look pretty good. Of course, it has the AMC logo on there. The prints look very, very good, actually. I really think the prints look pretty good. The little additional spoiler on the back doesn't look all that great. I think that's more so for the just plastic piece itself. I don't think that's necessarily a quality issue per se. I can tell you the prints around the taillights are not very good on this particular one. But you got to be kind of up close to see it. It doesn't show up too bad when it's kind of far away, but you can see it's missing some silver print, part of the bumper as well, which is unfortunate. But other than that, it's an okay model, okay casting. The wheels seem to roll relatively straight. Taking a look at the base deets, see if we are numbered. We are numbered. It is up there. This one is numbered... almost looks like that number's backwards. Maybe it's upside down, maybe. There you go. You got to be smarter than the number. Man, it's like you barely can see that number. Maybe 10,000... maybe it's supposed to be 12001. It's very, very difficult. That number is just really, really weird. It is printed backwards. That is 100% printed backwards. That is weird. That is weird. The number's printed backwards. So it's either supposed to be 12,001 or 10,021. One of the two directions, but the number is printed backwards. So that is a very, very interesting way to start off the mix. No doubt about that. 1975 Cadillac El Dorado. One of the better castings to come out of Greenlight in the last, I don't know, year or so. Obviously that Suburban's probably one of the best, if not the best new casting to pop out. So we'll get this out of here. Hopefully this guy won't have a backwards printed number. This one is kind of in a super dull, kind of a brownish gold for the base color, and then the interior is like its own color. It's very, very interesting combination, but it actually looks very, very good. There is black print on the hubcaps, which looks good. And of course, your Cadillac symbol is on there. The white wall is okay. It's not perfect, but it's okay. That one's actually really, really bad. So I'm really, man, that one's like really, really, really bad. Details in the front. Prints look good on the front. Chrome bumpers and stuff like that. A little bit of fine detail right there on the grill. It's a boat. It's a boat. It's a very, very large vehicle, but it looks good. Details in the back look pretty good. Cadillac symbol on there. That looks pretty good. The white walls are definitely a problem. Center printed logo is not that bad, but man, those white walls are terrible. The rest of this model is great. Just those white walls are absolutely terrible. There is the number right there. That one appears to be printed backwards as well. I don't know what is up with these numbers, but you can't even hardly read them either. Sorry about that. Just trying to get that to see. It's like 23,686 maybe, but backwards. You try to flip it around this way. Oh, man, I've never seen so many messed up numbers. I mean, the first two models already just ridiculously tore up numbers. Quality is already a big question mark for these. I'm not gonna lie. These might have been in production a little bit ago, and just sort of hit shelves now. I don't know, but Greenlight was making pretty good progress with their quality, but this set's not turning out to be that great. 1991 Ford LTD Crown Victoria. The last of the square body Crown Vics. This one is... I always liked the front end. I always liked the design of this particular one. I thought it was, kind of an era of bridging, old versus new. Moving from the boxy era to the rounded era. I always thought that Ford did a pretty good job with the designing of this one. It does have the vinyl top. So this is a matte gray for the rear vinyl top section. You can see the color break in there. Tail lights look pretty good. They've also done some cop cars of this one, clearly. And prints in the back look average. Look average on this one. But it's pretty decent. I think the overall design looks pretty good. The proportions look pretty good. Let's take a look at the base deets. See if this guy has a number on the base. There is the number right there, 9015. So we finally got a number that is printed correctly. So we'll take that. 2020 is the copyright date for this particular one. The white walls look definitely better than the last one. It actually looks pretty good. That one looks pretty good. That one looks pretty good. They're not going to be perfect, unfortunately, but certainly better than the Caddy for sure. All right. Probably it might be the best of the mix. Maybe number two. We'll see. 1986 GMC Suburban. There's actually a whole slew of the Suburbans that have dropped with this wave of products. I got plenty more Greenlight stuff coming this week. So depending on when you're watching this video, if you want to learn about some more Greenlight stuff. It's going to drop this week for sure. So there is our 86 Suburban. I particularly like the wheels and the tires. They look very, very good. The front tire is a little bit off, but that's a production issue. A little bit of print underneath the silver cap, or in the middle of the silver cap, I should say. But it looks good. There's not a whole lot to screw up on this casting, so I would be really, really pressed to find too many quality issues with this Suburban casting. This one's a very, very straightforward casting. It doesn't have a lot of pieces added onto it or anything like that. There is your Sierra Classic on the fender. Looks good. Print on the back. It says Suburban. Of course it does. This one does not come with a trailer hitch, but they do have a trailer hitch available for this particular casting. I think the brown and the kind of eggshell tan color here is a very, very good color combination. This one looks absolutely fantastic. Base details look very, very good as well. And then there is the number right there. 10,066 is what it looks like. Sorry about that with the glare. It's 10,066. So I have a very, very, very high number set of releases, particularly for my particular case. But that's perfectly fine, not a big deal. Now, I mentioned that Suburban might be the second best. This one might be the best of the mix. 1974 Ford Thunderbird. This one has, on the contrary to the Suburban, a lot of things that can be screwed up on it, production and quality-wise. So maybe we should start crossing our fingers, maybe crossing my toes right now since my hands are preoccupied. Hoping that this one is good to go. This is definitely my most anticipated model from this release. I particularly absolutely love this particular casting. This is only the second time we're seeing this casting, by the way. 1974 Ford Thunderbird in its big old boat glory. It says Thunderbird right there on the fender. The blueprint on the hubcaps looks very, very good. The white walls are okay. They're certainly better than the Cadillac, but they're not all that great. This side is significantly better, but still pretty rough. The prints look very, very good. It does have, of course, the vinyl top. That is a kind of a black and with a little bit of a blue hue to it for a vinyl top. The finish looks very, very good on it. Very clean. A little bit of residue on the side here, but that's just going to rub off. There is the ridiculous taillights. This car is relatively ugly in real life, but as a diecast model, this is absolutely fantastic. This thing looks so good. Ah, man, I absolutely love it. Even says Thunderbird in the front. I'm really, really, really stoked that this one is not janky. It's not messed up. It's not a basket case or anything. Take a look at the number there at the bottom, 5496. So 5496, that is our lowest number thus far. This guy is done up for a trailer hitch too, if they ever want to put him in hitch and tow. But very, very good. And of course, I mentioned that's the second time we've seen that. The first time we saw that casting was for The Crow in Hollywood, Greenlight Hollywood release. But it had all the extra stuff on it with the big blower on it and stuff from the movie The Crow. All right, last one in the mix, 1957 Plymouth Belvedere. We have seen this casting a billion times. Christine, obviously, is the most popular version of this one. Greenlight's done several Christines, including unrestored, burned or charred Christine, damaged Christine, a bunch of different ones. They've probably done about 6 different Christine releases, and then they've done about, I'd say about 11 or so releases of the Belvedere just overall. This is a fantastic casting. The fins in the back are absolutely excellent. It is a cream top with a black on cream. Very, very, very cool color combination. The print on the fin right there looks excellent. The white walls on this one are actually very, very good. So they do very, very good job on this one. I'm not really sure why this one gets so much better with the white wall. Maybe because it's thicker. Maybe they use a bigger tire. I'm not really sure. But the details look fantastic. The prints on the front look fantastic. This one is definitely a hit out of a home run, for sure. Hit out of the park. Did a fantastic job on this one. Details look fantastic. And then, of course, our base deets. 10,098 is the number. You see that guy right over there on the edge. So 1098 That is the lowest number of all of them, all 6 models. So not a bad mix. So that is Showroom Floor Series 6, our first foyer into the vintage or classic car realm for Showroom Floor. I would assume we're probably going to see a couple mixes of the classic cars before they kind of roll back, maybe do some newer cars again. I think it's great. One of the things that I think Greenlight does pretty good is they do a good job of kind of balancing out. You know, you have, 80s models, you got 70s, you got 50s, you got your 70s muscle, and then of course you throw in that early 90s, early to mid 90s, just regular 4-door sedan, which is just a great mix. I still think this one's going to be my favorite of the mix by far. Great color. The quality on this particular one's very nice, but this Suburban's very, very close. Greenlight has done a fantastic job with that Suburban. Absolute home run with that one as well. So drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about those 6 models. Let me know what you think about Greenlight's continual, ongoing debacle of quality that we just can't get away from. And I'll check those comments, and I'll reply to every single one of you guys. So we'll catch you later. Don't forget to subscribe. Level M Diecast. Peace!